So we've put in a lot of the work right now. We've talked about all the foods to avoid and why, and all the foods to eat and why. And that's a lot of kind of the boring and mundane like details. Like we need to know those things so we can make this paleo diet thing work for us. And what I want to share with you going forward is now the implementation of the paleo lifestyle that is really going to help you put this all together in one unique plan and help you start to reach your goals and see results. I love this quote by Michael Jordan. I've always believed that if you put in the work, the results will come. And that's really true with anything in life, especially reaching a body recomposition goal. Sometimes things can feel like they're dragging along and you don't even notice the results and the progress that you're making, but it is there and it is happening as long as you're willing to put in the work and to take action. Now, with that, I want to talk about not only putting in the work and making this lifestyle happen, but putting in the right kinds of work, making sure we're focusing on the right sort of things to get the most impact from our efforts. So with that, let's talk about the 80-20 rule. And I'm sure you've heard of this before. The 80-20 rule gets talked about a lot in the paleo community. What sticks out to me is how often this concept is misused. Usually it's someone saying that you can eat paleo 80% of the time, and what you eat the other 20% of the time doesn't matter. There might be some truth to this, but you have to understand that this is not the true meaning of the 80-20 rule, and it is not the definition we'll be using for your transformation. The real definition of the 80-20 rule, or Pareto's law, is that you focus on the few critical activities that really matter and will account for the majority of your results. In other words, 20% of your actions will be responsible for 80% of your results. You see the 80-20 rule at work in a lot of areas besides losing body fat. For instance, if you run a business, you'll notice that 80% of your revenues come from your top 20% of clients. Therefore, it is more important for you to focus on serving those 20% than it is to waste time with less profitable clientele. That's a very capitalistic example I just shared, but it's one that I've found to be true in my other businesses. Focusing your energy and resources on the critical 20% of activities will get you a majority of the results you're after in the quickest way possible. You may have heard of the 80-20 rule before, but few people take it a step further in helping define themselves exactly what the activities that make up that critical 20% are. A majority of the remainder of this course is constructed to do just that. Focus on the critical 20% of activities that will help you achieve the fat loss results you want. So the first thing we need to do is get ultra specific about the results you're after. So how specific is your goal? If I were to ask you what outcome you desire from taking this course, what would your answer be? Your answer to this question will tell me everything I need to know to tell you whether you will be successful or not. If you simply blurt out, to lose weight, I want to urge you to reconsider and give this question more thought. Do you want to lose weight or body fat? Why do you want to lose body fat? How much exactly do you want to lose? What will it cost you if you don't lose the body fat? What will you gain if you do lose the body fat? These questions get to the core of what you're trying to achieve. The more specific you are, the more vivid the picture is in your mind, the more likely it is you will succeed. And I really want you to hone in on the questions of what will it cost you if you don't follow through, and what you will gain if you do follow through. The motivators of pain and pleasure are real, and if you leverage them correctly, they can be a powerful force in helping you achieve your goals. Now you've gotten clear, you've gotten specific, you know what your number one goal is, and you're ready to get after it. Now let's talk a little bit about having tunnel vision, or even having a vision in general. What this is all about is about the ruthless pursuit of your goal. It's about being a little pig-headed when it comes to nutrition and your health. Being a little unreasonable is a good thing in this situation. Nobody is going to do this for you. In fact, other people may try to derail you. Most people that I talk to all the time have a hard time getting support from their friends and family when making this kind of lifestyle change. This is where that ruthless pursuit of your vision will come into play. This is why I wanted you to take the time to get leverage on yourself and get specific about what you're after. Your focus and your actions will determine if you get the results you are after. I want you to live, eat, and breathe the strategies that will take you to your goal. Focus on high impact activities that will get you results fast. Everything else is a distraction. The way I look at these activities is that they usually fall in the category of things that are important and things that you can control. Where these two circles intersect is where you will focus your energy and time. Everything else is obsolete and not moving you forward. We'll talk more about what actions and strategies are important and within your control in a future lesson. For now, take in this diagram and commit it to memory. This can be a powerful framework to help you keep your focus and behavior in check throughout your transformation. Before we move on, let's talk specifically about traps people fall into when they're trying to lose body fat. Both of these are mental traps, and I see people falling victim to them all of the time. The first trap is what I call the productivity trap. This means you think you're doing something that is productive and helping you achieve your goal, but in all actuality is taking precious time and energy away from the activities that are high impact and will actually get you the results fast. A great example of this is counting every single calorie you consume. It just is not necessary. It's very time consuming, and you're not going to see the results you want to get by simply counting calories. You'd be much better off focusing on making better food choices overall than counting all your calories. Another thing is spending hours on the treadmill. Spending hours on the treadmill is not going to get you results. In fact, it could hurt your results. But people waste all this time doing these sort of things without realizing that they're actually falling victim to the productivity trap. And lastly, another good example is reading one more book or one more blog post before you get started. Sure, information is great, but you most likely have all the information you need to get started and seeing results. Since you're taking this course, you'll definitely have what you need to get started. That's how it was designed. So don't get caught up in activities that feel productive but aren't actually moving the ball forward. We're going to talk about specific high impact activities that you should be engaging in on a daily basis in just a minute. The second trap is what I call the passive trap. This means you're passing off the responsibility of your health to someone or something else. I hear from people all of the time that tell me they've tried everything and nothing works. These people are passing off responsibility. And that may sound harsh, but I'm not here to give you fluffy advice and some sort of fad diet. I'm here to share what works through my own experience and those of other people. Make no mistake that it is your responsibility to take action if you want to see results. The reason people fall into this passive trap is because of the fear of failure and how they'll look to other people. It's much easier to say that diet doesn't work than it is to admit you didn't take action and therefore didn't get the results. With the specific strategies you'll learn in this course and your willingness to take action, I'm confident you will see results and not fall victim to these mental traps.
Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly share my story with how I lost 15 pounds in just 14 days. So a few weeks ago I realized that summer was fast approaching and then I needed to cut down a few pounds. Too much McDonald's and beer had me overweight and I had a little bit of a belly. And I usually like to stay active, but mostly just do weights and strength work in the gym. I absolutely hate cardio. And I did some research on a few bodybuilding and fitness forums, and I found that everyone was talking about this diet program called the 2-week diet, okay? And people, they were getting crazy results with it, losing 10, 20, even 30 pounds with it in just 14 days. So I decided to give it a go, and I signed up right away. My first week, I lost 8 pounds. My second week, I lost 7 pounds. The results have been truly fantastic. I haven't had to starve myself. I haven't had to do any sort of crazy cardio, no diet pills, supplements, or any of that crap. Just good, wholesome food. Everything is completely spelled out for you from, what you should eat and, when you should eat it. And it really, really works. So if you want to lose weight quickly, quit wasting your time on stuff that does not work, okay? This really works. I feel fantastic, and I've never been this lean before in my entire life. My abs are even starting to pop out. Take a look at the 2-week diet today. I couldn't recommend it more.